Hi, friends. This is your pal Scott Garibay, and today I'm going to explain how American King Donald Trump um, defeated Wonder Woman. Here we go. All right. So, huge news this week. Really big news. A major AAA game, Wonder Woman game, was canceled. And so they were like, so these AAA games. This is no joke, man. There's almost certainly at least 100 million, 100 million invested in this. These AAA games, most of the time, they are AAA because that's a specific model, right? And these cost between 100 million and $500 million to make. They take usually they take between 1 and 5 years. There's some that are built for 7 or 8 years, which to me is an absolutely treacherous business model, right? Like, you're going to build something that costs $500 million over like 7 or 8 years, right? And now, the video game is its own industry. There's literally billions of dollars floating around there like nothing, right? Candy Crush was bought for $2 billion. Literally a game about lollipops, sold for $2 billion. And that was a while ago. There's a lot of money in video games, right? But something just really shocking happened, right? So AAA game, they're making a Wonder Woman game, right? Now, was anybody excited about this? No one's excited about this Wonder Woman game. Why? Well, Wonder Woman used to be a great character, but she's not anymore, and everybody knows that, right? So what was Wonder Woman before? She was like, oh, she's a beautiful, strong woman, right? Who has a lasso of truth and an invisible jet, right? And she helps Batman and Superman, right? What is she today? Oh, well, she's a icon of feminism, and she comes from hell. She has a sword and a shield, right? And a metal arm. And you're like, what? And here's the important part. As a figure of feminism, her entire point is to make Batman and Stupid Man look stupid. And you're like, wait, what? Wait, what happened? And her real job is to emasculate every man in her comic book. And I'm sure that's what this video game was about. A lot of men are going to get really emasculated and insulted and offended by this. And you're like, well, wait. Aren't you investing a ton of money? Oh, don't worry about it. This is Hollywood. This is Hollywood adjacent, and one of the things that Hollywood's been doing for 10 or 20 years now, if you haven't noticed, is we dig a hole, and for feminism, we just shovel cash in the hole, then you sprinkle it with gasoline, and you burn the money. And you're like, wait, what? What are you talking about? Oh, sure, we've been doing it on Star Wars for years. Right? Rey, right? Everybody likes the new female Jedi, right? Like, no, nobody liked that. Oh, we'll double down and build the Acolyte and damage the brand even more and tell every guy that built Star Wars, you guys don't matter. What we really care about is the women that we cannot drag to watch this show, right? Or movie series. You're like, wait, what's happening? Well, it's called, do I have to repeat myself? You dig a hole for feminism. You dig a feminism hole. You pour your money in it, and then you sprinkle gasoline on it, and you burn the money, right? For feminism, it's worth it, right? And what's interesting is that we did this for a long time, right? But Donald Trump comes along and goes, nah. Y'all can stop all that. Nah. No. It's all done. The world is changing. And that is the value of Donald Trump. He's doing a bunch of nonsense, a bunch of stuff I don't like, right? He's doing a bunch of stuff I do like, right? But the biggest value is he's like, oh, this idea that the president can't do anything? No, right? I can do whatever I want, right? And the president can do whatever he wants. And that's new. That is new. Because under Biden, you didn't even know if he could wake up before 11 a.m. But under Donald, and it even goes beyond Biden. Like, Carter was like, oh, well, what could I do? I have all this power, but I can't make anybody bend the knee. Donald Trump's like, I'll make every nation in the world bend the knee to America. Are you kidding me? Right? I'm an American king. You can take that crumpled role of president, put it in the garbage. I'm an American king. And I'm not just an American king. I'm king of the world. That's my real title, right? And every president who comes after me, if you're doing nothing, people ain't going to sit for that, because I've already taught that you can do so much that the mainstream media won't even have time to talk about it. Flood the zone is a new political policy that will be talked about for 100 years. Steve Bannon, I got a friend, man. You think, man, I have a degree in political science, but I got a friend, and he is on everything way before me. He knew that DeSantis was going to be a major issue. He knew that Steve Bannon was going to be a major issue. Steve Bannon's flood the zone, man. That's changed politics forever. It's huge, right? But Donald Trump's like, hey, you guys ain't gonna emasculate men. And the thing, what's really wild is people think he's making political change. Donald Trump is not just making political change. He's making massive cultural change. And he's saying this woke emasculation of men ain't gonna stand, right? You do this stuff under my dominion, right? You will suffer. We will crack your company in half. We will crack your company in half. We will crack your company in half. This ain't gonna stand, right? And he's not just standing by. He's not just making political changes. He's making massive cultural changes. And right now, Hollywood's on notice. They're like, no, you ain't gonna do it. You ain't gonna say, oh, we'll make this project. We know that really, 97% of the country would love to see this project, but we'll make it for the 3%, and we'll abandon every single aspect that the 97% would appreciate, and the 3%, that's what we'll champion. And he's like, no, through tax policy and law, I will make you pay 1,000 times what you paid before. That if you dump money in a hole and you burn it with gasoline, I'll have Doge standing there, right? We'll put government agents in your company and change things, right? And people are terrified, right? And so I really feel like this was a brand new feminism money hole that they were digging, and they're like, oh no, we're not in a community that will allow this anymore, right? Like we can't just do this at a cost of the money we put in the hole. This will cost the whole company, right? And stakeholders are not going to sit by and watch us burn money in a hole anymore, right? Those days are gone, right? And so I really think the cancellation of the Wonder Woman game is a company going, oh no, this won't cost $250 million. Our entire company will fail if we do this. There is no longer a world in which we can dig a feminism hole, dump money in it, burn it in public, laugh at men, emasculate men, and that's just going to be fine. We're not in that world anymore. Donald Trump is American king right now, and he could do something about this, and we don't want to suffer what he could do. Every single word you just heard in this video is my humble opinion. Absolutely nothing more, absolutely nothing less. The important part is when I get to hear your humble opinion when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider subscribing and have a fetch millennium.